I need to show some of my cards. This human being versus human becoming debate has been raging since the end of the Enlightenment. Understanding the nature of the debate will not only explain the absurdities we see in American culture today, but will make a decent tool for forecasting generally what's going to happen over the next 20 years. Something fundamental happened to the human race during the Enlightenment, that period from 1521 when Martin Luther took on the church in Rome until the early 1800s when a philosopher named Immanuel Kant fused the empiricist and rational debate with the publication of his book, A Critique of Pure Reason. C.S. Lewis described what happened best. He observed, the ancient man approached God, or even the gods, as the accused person approaches his judge. For the modern man, the roles are quite reversed. He is the judge, God is in the dock. He is quite a kindly judge. If God should have a reasonable defense for being the God who permits war, poverty, and disease, he's ready to listen. The trial may even end God's acquittal, but the important thing is that man is on the bench and God is in the dock. I think one man had more to do with putting God in the dock than any other. His name was David Hume. Hume was an empiricist and an atheist from Scotland. His work offered the first cogent explanation of the human condition that did not include God. Hume proffered that humans are born a blank slate and shaped entirely by experience. After Hume, it appeared that the empiricist had prevailed against the rationalism in the philosophical war brought on by Copernicus when he proved the sun didn't rotate around the earth. Rationalism is the view that reason, logic, and innate knowledge, rather than just sensory experience, are primary sources of knowledge. Around 1780, it looked like Hume had checkmated the rationalist. To the rescue comes Immanuel Kant. To get a full understanding of Hume and Kant is quite a commitment. What they talked about was really extremely complex. For our purposes, it's only necessary to know the main way Kant showed Hume to be in error. Kant articulated something called the categorical imperative. He pointed out that in every culture in the history of mankind, there's an agreement on two moral codes. First, do unto others. Second, if everyone in the society acted in the same way, would the society endure? Kant said that such universal agreements could not be the result of experience. This debate still rages today, though no one wants to acknowledge it. A guy named Karl Marx, you may have heard of him, rejected Kant, equating materialism as the force moving the tip of the human spear. If you understand the Hume Marx versus Kant debate, you will see the root of what is dividing America today. It's the same old good versus evil, just with more sophisticated tactics. I think knowing what is roiling just beneath the surface in America today makes two conclusions inescapable. First, a lack of imagination is responsible for America's wacky woke culture. That's why this series is entitled Imagination Therapy. And most importantly, the whole mess is rock solid evidence that Jesus Christ is the Son of God and that he indeed rose again from the dead. I still believe my strategy will reveal some things to you you haven't thought about or thought about in this faith building way. So until next time, I'm Hal Blackwell, thanking you for your kind consideration.